Anyway, yeah, that was really easy. Sorry. Okay. Let's level up twice. And, I've actually got one more little thing I wanted to do. I wasn't planning because I was expecting this to take a little bit longer. And I'm hoping that I actually am doing this properly. So, road trip, detour. Let's head to the Darkmoon tomb. You remember how we got the Darkmoon seance ring? That will cause this statue to disappear and reveal a new area. So I can there's one other way to cause this statue to disappear, and I should show it off. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. I should. I'll do it. But if you cause this to disappear...
Halt! This is the tomb of the great Lord Gwyn. Tarnished it shall not be by the feet of men. If thou art a true disciple of the Dark Sun, cast aside thine ire. Hear the voice of mine self, Gwyndolin, and kneel before me. O disciple of the Dark Sun, thou hast journeyed far. Hear my voice. If thou shalt swear by the covenant to become a shadow of Father Gwyn and Sister Guinevere, a blade that shall hunt the foes of our lords, then I shalt protect thee, safeguarding thy person with the power of the Dark Moon.
So, this is yet another covenant. This, I believe, is the one that judges sinners.
Very well. Now thou art a blade of the Dark Moon, hunteth the enemies of the lords by the power of the Dark Sun.
Right, so if people commit sin by killing NPCs or just being a dick or something, I don't know, you can invade them with a blue-eye orb and kill them, I believe is how it works, and get from them the souvenir of reprisal. We got one from taking care of Mr. McGoldie Kill Firekeeper, who I'm blanking on the name of. So that's how that works. If you get to level 1 of the Covenant, I think all the levels of the Covenant get you the Darkmoon Blade buff, which is a spell you can cast on your weapon to make it stronger, and as you level up in the Covenant, it creates more of a boost, and it's actually a really, really good boost. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to kill Gwyndolin. Because I can. And I'm evil.
Why would a blade of the Dark Moon trespasseth upon the great Lord's tomb? Mark the words of mine self, Gwyndolin. Thou shalt not go unpunished.
Now, what did Gwyndolin do wrong? Nothing, really, as far as I'm aware. I don't think Gwyndolin has done a single thing to upset me. But this is a really interesting boss fight, actually. It's pretty different from how most boss fights work for Dark Souls. As you can see, we've got a long, virtually endless corridor. So what we gotta do... Oh, hey there. Is chase Gwyndolin down. And then when we catch up, take a couple slashes, and then they will teleport a little bit farther up. So, it's an exercise in taking cover. Although that big one clearly just goes straight through these pillars. So, that, you might want a high magic resist shield for that. For those little, I don't know, daggers or whatever, physical resist will do the job. Now, I should note, it is actually possible to just run all the way to the end of this hallway. It's a very long hallway, but you can do it. And if you do that, you can just fight Gwyndolin at the end. But that's no fun. Oh. As you can see, it's not a super hard fight, to be honest. Even if you're not, like, at the end game levels like I am.
Dark, an eternal curse upon thee.
Too late, bro. I say bro, but that's actually a bit of a sticky situation. So the thing about Gwyndolin, and it's something that's only really minorly touched upon. Soul of Gwyn's lastborn, son and guardian, deserted Anor Londo. Maybe what we get at the end will explain it a little bit. I'm not sure exactly what item talks about what's up with Gwyndolin. But this is an interesting thing. We've got 3 chests. And normally you would expect chests to have things. But one of these chests is empty. Miracle Sunlight Blade. And this is, I think, what the Firekeeper of Anor Londo wears. So let's check out the Miracle first. Miracle wielded by Gwyn's firstborn. Boost right weapon with rays of sun. Power of sunlight manifested as lightning is very effective against dragons. When the eldest son was stripped of his deific status, he left this on his father's coffin, perhaps as a final farewell. So this is actually Gwyn's coffin, apparently. It's much larger than Gwyn is. And then, what's with the armor? It's the brass armor, right? Helm of the Darkmoon Nightus, Firekeeper of Anor Londo. After becoming undead, she visited the dark Sun Gwyndolin at the Mausoleum of the Spiral Depths, became a Blade of the Darkmoon, and assumed the flame-keeping duty. She received this helm, which hides her hideous form and helps her hunt the guilty. So yeah, she's got some sort of visual abnormality that is hidden under the armor. Okay, so none of these items actually explained what's interesting about Gwyndolin. So Gwyndolin is in the interesting situation of... How do I... So, Gwyndolin has a penis, but was raised as a daughter, and it's not clear what gender, if any, Gwyndolin identifies as. And I don't know where that's explained. But so, when I let slip calling Gwyndolin bro, that was a bit of a faux pas. Although I call a lot of women bros, and non-binary folks bros as well. So, so yeah, Gwyndolin, I'd use they, just to be careful. I don't know where that's explained in the lore. It is explained somewhere in the lore. But so that's why Gwyndolin's always referred to as the lastborn, but not as as Gwyn's firstborn son or something. Like Gwyn's firstborn is referred to specifically as a son. Gwyndolin is just referred to as the lastborn in what we just read. So you'll notice I didn't go straight for the bonfire to warp out of here. That's because I have certain something planned. So we, and you can probably deduce what it is. We killed Sun Gwyndolin. And who was Sun Gwyndolin's bestest bro? The Firekeeper of Anor Londo. So I imagine she's not going to be too happy about what we've just done. Any day now. Thank you. Okay. I think this is where she hangs out, so this is probably the best place to meet her. Yep. All right.
So it was you, was it? How dare you produce a blade upon a deity? How did you ever get this far? I shall end your story.
So you can see she's using the Darkmoon blade miracle right there. That's what it looks like. It's pretty cool. She's dead now.
Woman is a threat. Master Gwyndolin.
And that deactivates this bonfire, just as the bonfire in Firelink was deactivated when Anastasia was killed. This also means we can't use it for warping. Just too bad. So let's just boneward home. That's probably going to be quicker. And we got that Firekeeper soul. And you know what? Let's show off. Oh, that's not what we want. You can still warp to that bonfire that's deactivated. You just can't use it as a level up point or a rest point or anything. Not that you really need to at this point. So the other way to get into the Darkmoon tomb is to mess with the Guinevere over here. And when we first met her, I made a couple of not-so-subtle remarks about how she probably isn't real. Yeah, she's not real. So destroying the illusion of Guinevere causes Anor Londo to go dark, and that will also cause the statue of Gwyn to disappear. And so when Anor Londo is dark, I burp a lot, and the enemies that you encounter are different. I don't know if they're any better or worse for grinding souls, because Anor Londo is one of my favorite places for grinding souls. So, that illusion of Guinevere, if you destroy it before you kill Gwyndolin, Gwyndolin will chew you out. They'll be like, yo, that was a bad idea. You should be punished. What is up with these guys? I guess these guys are also members of the Darkmoon, I think, maybe? So that implies that Gwyndolin is the one who created the illusion of Anor Londo that is going on right now. Ooh. Now it's interesting, the illusion persisted even after Gwyndolin was killed. I guess there was some residual magic happening. Ooh, these guys are giving good souls. I feel like a monster right now. I just want you to know that. It's a terrible person. They're giving good souls. And causing Dark Anor Londo will immediately cause the Firekeeper to aggro against you. So overall, Dark Anor Londo, 1, it's very dark. 2, it's a lot less populated. The giant guards are no longer here. The gargoyles are no longer here. I don't think the Silver Knights are here. But guess who is here? The giant blacksmith.
Hello, forge I can, strong I am.
Yeah, I don't actually need you, bro, but thanks for the offer. But so yeah, if you, for whatever reason, want to kill Gwyndolin, feel free. This is what, it's one of the possible consequences. I mean, the Dark Sun part isn't one of the consequences, but, or the Dark Anor Londo thing, but yeah. Anyway, that's basically all I want to do for Anor Londo. I'm going to double check if the Silver Knights are no longer here. So I think that's worth investigating. But yeah, all the grandeur of Anor Londo that we kind of experienced when we first got here, and the gargoyles landed and were like, hey, look at this amazing place that the gods lived in. Silver Knights are still here. Okay. That was all a lie. That was Gwyndolin trying to maintain an image of a lost past. But the Silver Knights are still here. The Silver Knights, followers of Gwyn, remained and continue to remain even when, well, Guinevere is just AWOL. Gwyndolin's dead. Gwyn is he's basically dead. He's in a tricky situation. But they're loyal. They're very loyal. If you ever want parrying practice, I don't know if I mentioned this, Silver Knights are a great place to parry. And they give 1,000 souls a pop. That's pretty good. Bonfire's still active. Ooh, went up to 20. Thank you. Oh, I'm so close to 2 level ups. I've got a lot of stockpiled souls. I should use them at some point. Alright, let's warp to Firelink. I think that's all I want to do for this recording session. I need to do some research to figure out how to do what I want to do next, which is the DLC. It's a little bit complicated. But thanks for watching. We got a lot done in this recording session, and I will see you guys next time.